I feel so bad for my celebrity crush. I think he should already be a household name. I should be able to just say his name and people will automatically know who I'm talking about. But apparently that is not the case. When celebrity crushes come up in conversation, other people will mention theirs and everyone else knows who they're talking about. You know, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Megan Fox, Ron Jeremy. But when I mention mine, I always have to explain who he is. So my celebrity crush is Henry Cavill. And those blank, confused expressions I can't see through Zoom because you all have your videos turned off are the typical reactions I get when I mention his name. And I always have to explain, he's the guy who's played Superman in the last 3 movies. And people are like, oh, okay, that guy. Why is it that the man who has played the most famous superhero in the world in 3 movies still not a household name? I've worked on film and TV sets in Hollywood where you would think they would know famous actors' names. And I would overhear people talk about the DC films that Henry stars in, you know, and they would say, Gal Gadot, you know, she's amazing Wonder Woman. Jason Momoa, oh, incredible Aquaman. Ezra Miller, loved him as a Flash. Oh yeah, and that guy who plays Superman, I'm just like, excuse me? Guy who plays Superman? The man has a name. Henry Cavill. Okay, just 4 syllables. How hard is that to remember? How is it you remember every cast member, but not the actor who has played the most famous superhero of all time in more movies than the rest of the actors have played those characters? For some reason, the most beautiful man in the world to me is the Invisible Man to everyone else. Every time People magazine comes out with their sexiest man alive issue and Henry is not on the cover, I think, does Henry Cavill not exist to you people? People magazine. I mean, Henry is so handsome that both women and men who see him want to sleep with him. And yet People magazine doesn't think he should be named sexiest man alive. I mean, Jared from Subway is more of a household name than Henry Cavill. What? And when I said Jared from Subway, you all knew exactly who I was talking about.
Yeah.
Even though there's probably 3 Jareds working at your local Subway right now. I didn't even have to say his last name. But I specify which Henry I'm talking about. Henry Cavill. It's not like there's 15 famous Henry Cavills out there. You know, it's not a popular last name, and yet people still don't know who I'm talking about. You know, I don't know. Maybe Henry needs to gain 200 pounds and then lose it on the McSalad diet. You know, instead of Jared from Subway, he can be Henry from McDonald's. Hello, I'm Henry Cavill, and I lost 200 pounds eating only salads from McDonald's with no dressing or cheese. And that was my horrible British accent. You know, if a man with the body of a Greek god was promoting cheeseless salads without dressing from McDonald's in a British accent, America would not have an obesity problem. Henry, you can save America. Come on, Superman, let's go. Come on, gaining and losing 200 pounds for a country that can't remember your name is not that much to ask. You can do it, Henry. I believe in you. But, you know, that's probably not going to happen. So maybe Henry just needs to change his last name to something a little bit more catchy like Tom Cruise did. Speaking of which, Henry was also the main villain in the most recent Mission Impossible movie. But nobody probably noticed that. You know, it's just not right. So talented and beautiful. Also, this is probably the first time Henry Cavill has ever been mentioned in a stand-up comedy routine. Again, proving my point. And me doing this bit is probably not going to be of any help in getting him more publicity, but Henry, I am doing what I can. So if you learn only one thing from me today, I hope it is that the guy who plays Superman in 3 movies and stars in The Witcher, one of the most popular shows on Netflix, has a name. And it is Henry Cavill.